Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Obviously, the new selection pack has been announced, and I'm somewhat excited, but somewhat hesitant about the new set. The reason I'm saying that is because, obviously, as much as the cards are pretty solid, we've got introduced to the, obviously, Neos Lord, the Evil Heroes. I don't know whether we're going to get, like, everything in regards to the new Evil Hero cards, or it's just going to be certain specifics the way they did obviously with Fiendsmith. We now have Kuraiuma, which is going to be interesting. Chaos Angel is going to be used a lot more, being able to play into the Kuraiuma into your Fiendsmith, and Graver playing into Chaos Angel. I want to build Atlantean. I really do. I think Poseidra, it's always been a deck that I've really enjoyed, but from what I've seen in terms of the deck profiles, they need totally awesome. I don't know. I maybe might leave it a couple of days and see if anyone cooks up at a Atlantean type build that's somewhat competitive. But it's definitely something that I wouldn't mind running. I already have most of the Mermail cards anyway, including obviously the Atlantean Prince. Abyssalinde you can run, but we don't necessarily need to run it. But Abyss Megalo, you got Abysstius as well. Obviously, it's something I wouldn't mind running. Argo Stars I'm not too familiar with. And I don't know how far down the rabbit hole we're going to get these kind of all of their support cards. But I'm not familiar with them. Obviously, I've heard of them. I've packed them in obviously our actual pack opening videos. But ideally, I don't know what they do, and I don't know how effective they are. Area, or Raya, however you want to pronounce it, it is pretty decent. I do love the Charmer cards, but other than that, that's pretty much it. All we've got. They're the ultra rare cards. Let me know. Do you think this set's going to be any good? Do you think it's worth us putting our gems into it? I have obviously promised a 7,000 gem pack opening to celebrate our 7,000 subs. But ideally, looking at the set so far, I don't think it's promising. I don't. Unless you plan to run most of these archetypes. Like, I think the Evil Hero cards probably would be more beneficial to get. But, yeah. It's a super poly target in a sense, you know, with obviously Neos or one fusion monster that mentions it and one effect monster on the field. Oh, it must be special with Dark Fusion. Okay. I don't know. Obviously, potentially when the set releases, which is actually meant to be released in 2 days. So that would be Friday. Okay, so it'd be a late night stream anyway. The Warlike Evil Heroes Neos Lord is on the march, seeking to dominate all, equally ambitious and are up and coming Argo Stars and Atlantean with their new ace card, Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord. I do want Dragon Lords, but this just isn't the Dragon Lord I'm looking for. You know, I've always said that the second the Dragon Lord cards come... I completely messed up then. I'm on about Dragon Rulers. I don't even know why my brain processed Dragon Lord as being the legit name for him. Dragon Rulers is what I'm speaking of. If you're unfamiliar with the cards, they are used, well, Blaster's used in Tenpai, and then let's just quickly go into our 1 minute. Oh my god, can't edit anything. Oh, I'm slipping here. Right, Dragon Ruler. I'm excited to be able to run these type of cards with obviously their new XZ monsters when they eventually come. So ideally I probably would look into crafting whatever's necessary for when that support does come. Will I run them with Tenpai? Who knows? But then also, Dragon Tail. I think they recently changed the names on them because of a copyright issue. Obviously, it's something I do want to run. If I have to build Tenpai with it, then so be it. Okay. Also, adding to that, there has been some new changes in terms of the duelist titles. I think it's kind of stupid. As upon matchmaking, they will be very faintly seen upon in the background, which for me, I think they're kind of pointless. Like, it just goes to show your dedication to grinding events that can be completely shit, but it is what it is. We have changed the color of the Festival Fusion 2022 tile, which was given out as a reward for the Fusion Festival. Before purple, after white. What the fuck? Oh, they changed it from purple to what? Well, that's fucking shit, isn't it? Talk about making the game more boring. We have made the following features upon base requests and feedback. But mate, literally, most of the feedback is asking for tag duels or a draft mode or a tournament fucking bracket thing automatically implemented into the game. We aren't asking for much. You know, you give us team matches, which provides absolutely no fucking value because nobody plays it. But, yeah. Okay. So for the next update on with the game will automatically launch upon Steam users, blah blah blah. Room matching between accounts, different versions are not possible, blah blah blah. Okay. So in the impact list, cards which are affected, the duel will now have icons to indicate what their effects do. Adjust the impact list to highlight. Okay. Adjust visuals, blah blah blah. Improve matchmaking screen user interface. Adjusted in duel. Okay. Addition of the undo. Okay. So you have an undo last action, and clear deck contents function has been added to deck editor, which should have been in it anyway, considering Duel Links about it for God knows how long. And then additional feature related to auto build, which can basically, we have made changes to allow you to choose whether to insert cards you do not own during auto build. But to be honest, what's the point going auto build when you could just go mastered all meta and get an actual solid deck build that actually will work? I've selected an accessory to set. If you have other accessories in the same series, you can now choose to apply them all. Okay, that's pretty decent. You can now set decks accessories on additional screens, including those for ranked duels, events, duel rooms. Okay, fair enough. I know that Molchami now has a animation, so when you activate the Molchami, it blows bubbles off the deck and the extra deck. What I would like, which I've been waiting on, I know they're going to ban Maxi at some point, yeah, but the fact we still have it, just give us a little bug animation. Let us activate Maxi and little bugs scurry across the fucking screen. I'm not asking for much. Made adjustments to the filter menu, sort and solo mode. We'll go over this obviously and have a look at the new interface anyway. Added an option to specify. Okay. When searching for a room. Okay. Improved user interface on some screens. To be honest, I reckon their player count would fire right up if they had a draft mode where you literally just got given 40 packs of whatever the master packs, let's say, or even just based upon a series. You could just pick a pack and then you get 40 cards out of it, and then you just build a deck off of that. You know, which a draft mode was. If you ever played Link Evolution, draft mode had that where it was based on a specific series. Okay, so the shop menu. Not much has changed. Structure deck still the same. Accessories still the same. Special dual pass bundle deal. Give us more bundle deals, please. Deck slots I don't really care too much about at the moment. But yeah, nothing's changed on the shop front. I think it's more. What about solo? I think that was already like that, so that's no different than what it was last time. Okay. There was a segment where things had been changed. Okay, let's test run the deck menu. So we've got, obviously, remove card button, auto, build new deck, deck construction, build new deck, make adjustments based upon. Wait, what? Make adjustments by adding cards to your deck. Okay, branded. Let's add branded fusion and see what they come up with. Okay, so common to ultra rare, number of cards, we'll go 60. Okay, confirm. See what they build for us. You know what? It's not a bad fucking auto build, you know? It's not bad at all. You've got the effect Veiler, you've got the tragedy that you can banish off the gold sack. I personally would add gold sack to 2, drop 1 tragedy. Double Maxi, triple Ash, Albaz Alaba, Makuri at 2. This is pretty much the build that we... Quem I'd put to 2. Saranir to 3. You could keep Despian still in there along with the ad libitum. We've got the triple summon, Nadir's Servant, so you can send a card from the extra deck. I don't really know what you'd go for. Probably play into the Sprind or the Titan Clad. Although Albion would still benefit as well. Obviously, normally you would run the thingamajig. What's his name? I can remember its name, but I can't remember the first part. Elder Entity. Fuck me. My brain just wouldn't process the first part of the name. Triple attack. No thrust though. Thrust. Oh no, it's no grass looks greener in here either, which is mental. Super Poly. Lost. Yeah. Lost to 2. Get rid of the field spell. I don't know. It depends on how you want to play it, to be honest. You've got the Masquerade, so you could still play it to burn play. But yeah. And then you've got the undo feature. Oh wait. Can you not just... Oh, there we go. Oh, completely. That's still pretty decent. Okay, fair dues. I do believe the ranked menu may have changed as well. Yeah, look, they've changed it so you can actually see how far you are away from promoting. Obviously, everyone knows where you promote, but at least the gems are a lot more visible. Personally, I think the gems should be increased. I think that master rank should be 350. We'll have 250 in diamond and then 150. Well, yeah, 150 around about here. But, yeah. I don't know why it says enter rating duel when I'm... What the fuck? Is it not going to let me play? Oh, duel's at the bottom. Duh. But yeah, ideally, it's not the best. But it's somewhat okay. You know, it's a work in progress. This is where, obviously, I was supposed to check. You know, the duel live's been changed. We can go regular, we can go casual match, like Swords of Being Light. We can go shop menu. So before we build a deck, we can kind of see how it works. So you got the Metal Raiders dominance. To be honest, it does look a bit cluttered, but I think overall it's pretty decent. There's a nice selection of decks that we can choose from. We can go into the event and randomly be assigned a duel. Let us have a look at... The Ultimate Sparkle. What's one of the newer sets? It's Onslaught of Emperors. Okay, so someone's running the Chimera with the Mementos. I think it's a Memento matchup anyway. We'll see. Okay. Here we go. I don't know Mementos fully, obviously, but I think this might be either this or Master Duel Meta is where you can kind of look at potentially deciding where the best set or rough deck build idea you could learn. To be honest, you could even learn combos off of this as well. You wouldn't have to watch YouTube videos. Just come into here, watch some guy play. You know, because that way you get to interact and witness Ash Blossom, Veiler. You know, there's so many kind of negates and hand traps. Okay, so we've got Memento and Twin Dragon. I don't know why I said that so weird. But yeah, okay, so we had the Zebra and Sleepy. Triggering the effect of Special Summon into the Witch, bring out Sleepy. Sleepy triggers the Fusion Summon, the Nibiru to crash down. The Maxi is there. Look, imagine that. He activates Maxi and all you hear is Beetles running across the fucking thing. Okay, Maxi, Special Summon the token, leading into a Creation King, triggering the effect. Royal, in fact. Royal cards just look amazing. Especially fusions and synchros. Holy moly. Banish the Creation King to add Mementolian. Or Memento Mythicalan. I don't fucking know. Send the Ash. Special Summon Mace. Mace triggers. Destroys itself to add Dark Blade. Trigger the effect in the grave. Okay, okay. When this is out, you're allowed to attack directly. You can activate this effect this turn. Level 9 or high momentum monsters can attack directly. Beat right past the Nibiru. Oh no, that's bad. Out comes the big boss. The big boss punch for 5, punch for 3 on the fusion. God damn. Like, Memento's a solid deck. Ideally for me, I feel like it requires too much brain knowledge. You know, of knowing what is the right card, what benefits the most. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below. What do you think, obviously, of the new update? Do you want me to invest in this new set? Or do you want me to hold off and we invest it into, like, Sharks or something? To be honest, I'm kind of content with running Branded at the moment, especially in the Blue Eyes, you know, meta stage. Which is kind of good why they brought, well, obviously, bringing Lacrima in now, because obviously we're going to see more Fiendsmith Lacrima play. But anyways, take care of yourselves. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for 7,000 subs. Peace.